Here we go. Alright. So, what Hyaki was saying at the untranslated part there was that she said basically this is a world in which Hecate doesn't interfere. That's why I was surprised last time when Hera was the one who showed up here. And basic reasoning is, if you've ever completed the EX-2, like in the game files, in the public data, it marks as completed, and Hecate will not show up in EX-2. Now, an easy way to get this to show up again, if you want to see it again, granted that you'll basically lose all of your extra progress, is just replace the public data with a new public data. Make sure you save a backup of your public data and preferably even create a whole new game folder for Shrift if you want to do this, but this is an easy way to reset all the flags so that way you can go through this again. I'm only doing this to see it now that it's been manually translated. So basically I won't be keeping this save. But anyway, I think you'll find what's waiting for you is absolutely to die for. If my hunch is correct, then I know what Hecate's goal is. Alright, here we go. Well, what do you know? You managed to beat her. But then I suppose with magic as feeble as Mormo's, there wasn't any hope of her becoming an actual powerhouse. I thought she was going to be useful for me until her final moments. Honestly, she fails at everything I ask her to do. What a worthless subordinate. Hecate? Kazuya-kun? I thought you'd left. What are you doing in a place like this? Because you weren't capable of being a good boy and letting her beat you, Mormo no longer exists in any world. So really, this is all your fault. This was your plan from the start, wasn't it? Letting Mormo meet me, letting that consume her. Now I get it. I more or less understand the reason why you used her. You used her because you knew we'd withdraw the moment any of us felt your presence. And as you expected, we played along with Mormo's proposal. Kazuya isn't afraid of demons without exception. He's kind to all the demons he encounters, so you knew he wouldn't be able to ignore her. Hecate saw he used Kazuya's personality against him. He would never leave a demon be. He would definitely help Mormo. She probably even went as far as factoring in Vargas notifying him about Mormo's unhappiness. Her personality's awful, as always. No need to praise me so much. I'm just doing what I do best. Well, if he lost to Mormo, I would have been happy with that. But I knew there was no way he would lose to a failure like her, though. And if you can't even win in a dream, your own specialty, you've got no worth as an underling. In which case, I had to make her useful as bait. So you had her consumed by that weird thing? Mormo no longer exists anywhere anymore. Even if you recreated her down to the atom, it'd be a completely different demon. Do you realize what you've done? She'll never come back! Mormo was certainly lazy, but she didn't deserve any of that. She worked so hard for your sake. In the old days, you would praise us both for being useful. So why did you do this? Woof! Woof! Pipe down, you three. So what if she's gone? I can just remake anything that's disappeared. It seems like you're all misunderstanding something, so I'll clear this up for you. Whether it's Mormo or Pusei, I'm not looking for underlings I can trust. Everyone but me is a mere plaything. If I say to hunt down a human, hunt them down. If you can't entertain me, you're absolutely useless. You! Oh, what is it, Kazuya-kun? You have such a scary face. Did I make you angry? But too bad for you. No matter how much stronger you get, you'll only ever be a human. You're no match for the Demon King Hecate, are you? Well, that's fine. Everything's gone exactly the way I wanted, and I'm in a really good mood right now. So I'll play with you for a little while, Kazu-kun. What the? That really spooked me. So this is the true power of a Demon King. Hecate's power. What the hell did she do to us? What is this place? Hecate's hyperdimensional barrier. To put it in a way that's super easy for you to understand, it's a barrier that only you can enter. All other entities possessing a form have been forced out. I'm a familiar that wasn't materialized, so I wasn't affected. But I got really flustered when your presence disappeared on me. Now there seems to be multiple layers of barriers carefully placed here. In this situation, you must defeat Hecate for a barrier to drop. I think it's impossible for us to go outside, let alone getting help. But I don't get it. If she could do this all along, why didn't she just target you like this from the start? Wasn't using Mormo so you wouldn't be alerted to what's going on and just leave? Couldn't she have just locked you in here from the very beginning? This is just speculation, but there had to be more to Mormo's role than we thought. Factoring in the presence of that, maybe she was meant to accomplish something far more important. If my predictions are true, then it'll be quite dangerous to meet her the way I am now. But I've got no other choice. I'll move on ahead and meet Hecate. That's the only way to make sure. Alright, this is going to be real interesting, but I'm not sure how much of it I can show. Looks like someone is inside. Enter? Yes. You came, Kazuya-kun. Welcome to my room. Don't feel awkward about being in a girl's room. Relax, make yourself at home. Just kidding. That look on your face tells me you aren't here to relax. You want to defeat me, don't you? But honestly, human weapons don't work on me. Lately, you guys have started making those bullets with magic in them, which is a step in the right direction. But you saw how little effect even those had on Daji, right? So I'm sure you understand what I'm getting at. So with the weapons of the human world today, you can't beat me. But that's a little unfair, don't you think? It doesn't give me a chance to use my true full power. While I do enjoy tormenting weaklings, since this is a proper face-off we're having, we need to come to an arrangement. That's why I'll be giving myself a little handicap. Ta-da! I prepared a variety of magical weapons for you, from holy swords handed down from my family's collection to demonic blades I've been collecting. All of them are powerful enough to counter the magic of a demon king. If you use these, even a mere human like you can go blow for blow against me. Like I said before, no need to feel awkward about all this. Don't hold back. Now, which of these will you use to fight? I'm not going to fight. Hmm? I'm not attacking you. Not with my gun, not with magic, and not with these swords either. You of all people should know the reason why, Hecate. But that's exactly why you're encouraging me to attack, isn't it? What do you mean, Kazuya? I'm not sure yet, but the act of me hurting a demon with hostility is a necessary trigger so that can corrupt me. That's right. I was the target of that from the very beginning. Mormal was nothing more than the medium for that being, and its attempt to draw me inside failed. That's why you're using yourself as bait this time. Out of all the demons I'd attack with hostility, you probably thought you'd be the most suitable candidate for that role. But there's one problem in that way of thinking, of making that a reality. There may be several reasons why you hate me, but I have no reason to hate you. Oh, I'm pretty sure you've got a few reasons there, Kazuya. You're just not going along with it. The reason for making Mormal meet me was so that she and I would make a kind of connection, and then that would start wanting Mormal. Then you'd show yourself making light to Mormal's life, which would make me angry enough to attack you with hostility. In other words, Mormal was used as fodder to get you serious about all this? And making you feel hostility towards demons was itself the goal? But you trying to save Mormal until the very end. That meant her role as a trigger failed. And this time Hecate herself is the trigger? I get the feeling that your conditioning for cooperating with that was the complete eradication of my existence. Your power is more than enough to get revenge on me, but by cooperating with that, you could so thoroughly destroy me that there'd be no hope of recovery for me, isn't that right? You're pissing me off. I hate your know-it-all attitude. That's why I helped out that super creepy thing. It must feel pretty good to always be one step ahead of your opponent. knowing that no matter how many times you're pathetically beaten, you can stand back up again and again. But how are you going to defeat me if you aren't going to attack? Well, you probably don't have any way to beat me, but do you have a secret plan? As expected, it doesn't sound like you thought that far ahead, huh? To be honest, I wanted to see you desperately crawling around on the floor like an insect before croaking. But that's fine. I'll take you on Kazuya's favorite fun way. Oh, that's right. I'll make a promise that I won't do anything rough. So can I have one promise from you too? Before you game over, you can't reset or close the game. You're not allowed to do any of that when you're about to lose, okay? You look like you want to say, you've broken your promises before, why should I agree? I don't really mind if you do reset, but if you do that, I'll make it so you'll never be able to win. No matter how much you hate me, I won't let you resist at all. Well, either way, you have no hope at all playing against me. Want to give it a try? I can't use any magic against her? Well... I suppose just because you're a pervert doesn't mean you're particularly naive. Well, I didn't think it'd be that easy. But don't you think declaring all that before was a little too hasty? If your opponent knows you're not going to attack, then I think you'll just end up going at their pace. Well, whatever. I said I'd play with you. Next, I'll make you submit using your favorite method. Hecate concentrates magic in her eyes. It looks like she's going to do something. So... evasive posture? That right there. What is that? It's like you know exactly what to do against my moves. It's like someone told you what to do. And not only just then, whenever you just barely evade something, there's always an unnatural gap. That's what it is, isn't it? I think I'm beginning to understand. Well then this time, think you can take this? Hecate concentrated her magic into her hands. It seems like it's a good idea to protect yourself. Defensive stance then. You didn't actually think you could withstand the hit just because the magic was amassed in my hands, right? Even more, right after I said, think you can take this? Even if you only had a few options, you should have had some suspicion of what was going to happen. There's certainly oddities all over the place. I see. So you really are. It's incredibly irritating, but I have to recognize your abilities. Hecate is muttering something. Alright, this is the last one. If you can dodge this, I'll let you go. Hecate concentrates her magic. It seems like a good idea to avoid it. You can't save scum! That's my job! Just keep loading until you hit. Well, what? What's this feeling? I'm sure I avoided that. Oh dear, that's too bad. Looks like you couldn't avoid that one in time. Well, these things happen. Hecate, what'd you do? What's that look for? Do you want to say I'm doing something wrong? I'm just using the same tricks you are. If you get a bad status, just start over. Keep starting over until you get a situation where a particular attack isn't used. Aren't those all things you've done as well? Intervention was it called. Since then, I can now do a lot of the same things you can. We can redo all of this if you want. I'm not going to forget our promise though. Good! Oh wow! You didn't reset until the very end, just like I told you. I'll praise you for your enthusiasm, if nothing else. But thanks to you not resetting, I managed to completely finish all the preparations on my side. I can't say that was the smartest move on your part. What do I mean by that? You'll find out soon enough. And what does she mean by that? Well, let's start. She has control of our save files. Alright, and so now that the fourth wall has been completely and utterly shattered, let's take a look at those game files now, shall we? Alright. Pulling up the game files, we have mail from Hecate. Sender Hecate. Subject, we're boned. The power of intervention is falling into the hands of the one individual who should absolutely never have such a power. I'll explain the current situation. Originally, you intervened in our world using a program fitted with an intervention device, that is, using a game. But somehow that power fell into the nasty Hecate's hands, and she's been freely using it as she sees fit. That device was originally made to be able to specify the time and place of any intervention, but Hecate unilaterally locked down that ability. On top of that, by saving and loading, she can bad touch you over and over without killing you. And every time she starts the device, it's like she's trying to show off some grotesque home video to you. This world's already boned beyond comprehension. I have no idea how the hell she got her hands on that device. Well, I do actually have one idea of how it might have happened. Anyway, nothing will change like this. So with that in mind, I was wondering what to do next. To be honest, this is a fairly underhanded solution, but Hecate's already been cheating far too much already, so I don't really feel bad for her. In your program, there's something inserted in that device. You see, you can always find that special mode in games, that debug mode. When you're in the title screen after you hit start, hold down the L and R buttons. If you're using a keyboard, I suppose it'd be the Q and W keys. Anyway, hold down those two from the tile screen until you get to the next screen. Alright, L and R buttons or the Q and W keys. Alright, hold down Q and W and press start. Alright. Debug mode. Caution. Parts of the system have been intentionally locked. Abnormalities were detected in the intervention system. Please deal with them using the available controls. Alright. Let's do a virus scan. No abnormalities detected. Intervention system settings. In the event of abnormalities within the intervention system, please use this command to troubleshoot and resolve the issue. Access ID System301.dll. Status abnormal. Diagnosis: access rights have been suspended as a result of external factors. In the event of abnormalities within the intervention system, please use this command to troubleshoot and resolve the issue. Access ID System301.dll. Status abnormal. Diagnosis: invalid access. Please take immediate action in Quick Start. Quick Start allows you to start from a particular location should the system have those coordinates pre-designated. The intervention target has been lost. Searching for abnormality, handling me. Alright. We are a butterfly. Crystal has been disabled. I'll need to find and touch an art crystal in order to escape from this timeline. Oh, she's onto us. She's reloading us. Can't go that way. A name error occurred on line 1409. Games of Shrift game interpreter. Uninitialized consent game interpreter. Fake. Alright, we're still moving. We just can't see too well. Oh, she's blocked. She's trying to prevent us from finding the right path. There's your crystal. Huh? Why is there a butterfly in the demon world? I mean, I felt something strange and sent my ivy out to catch it, but why'd I catch this? I thought for sure you were an intruder. Huh? This is one weird butterfly. This ivy restrained would normally crush it. It's as if... I get it now. You're Zero, aren't you? You ran away from Hecate-sama, didn't you? Pretty ballsy of you to escape from that dream. Now then, I wonder how I should torment you. Oh, if it isn't Impuse. What's with all the traitors being here in a place like this? While you're here protecting this butterfly, your master, Zero, is being pampered by Hecate-sama inside the castle right this very minute. Shouldn't you run away before Hecate-sama finds you? We've already confirmed that you're all separated from each other. Hurry up and go. You're not Zero, but you have to escape. I'll deal with this one here. Woo! Woo! The relevant intervention system has been disconnected. And this is why you want this save spot, so that way you can get back here after you've severed Hecate's connection. How annoying. Why are you here? I tried to make it so you'd never be able to escape from that world. You were brought here, weren't you? Well, whatever. Things will turn out the same no matter how many times you come here. So I'll just go ahead and restrain you so I can endlessly violate you again. You probably use that device as your means of escape. So this time, on the device, start screaming, ow! It's useless, Hecate. You can't use that power anymore. Haha! What's this you're babbling about now? Lost your nerve? Do you think I believe that lie? Well then, how about I let us back to the previous world, where you were a massive pervert? The embarrassment of seeing yourself like that might be enough to drive you insane. Furious typing commences. Oh no, your save file's corrupted. Don't you hate it when that happens, Hecate? Huh? No, Hecate. You've made a big mistake about that. That can never be anyone's ally. It exists in a world where I betrayed everything. A fate I ended up in because I didn't trust anyone. Its intention behind giving you that power was probably not so you would deal with me. That's why it's taken the power back from you now that your purpose has been fulfilled. My purpose has been fulfilled? What do you mean by that? By getting the power from that, the connection between you two has been strengthened. Who knows what kind of horrible end that's now created. Sorry, Hecate. Looks like I was too late to stop this. Hey, Hecate! Behind you! What the hell? This can't be real. You're... Why are you safe and sound when I'm in so much pain? Watch out! You're in my way again? Just how much do you intend on obstructing me? You've been a thorn in my side across so many worlds. This is bad, Kazuya. This means Hecate in some other world has been corrupted, and using its connection, the next target is... It's okay. That's probably the Hecate from his world. She likely yearned for power, got careless, and let her guard down. And because I realized I can't lay a hand on me if Hecate of this world is safe, he got flustered and prepared and appeared in front of us. But this is a real problem. I don't have the ability to repel Hecate in any way. Especially not if I have to go easy so I don't kill her. Kazuya, just run away! Have Hecate undo the barrier in a safe place then! Looks like you played with fire and got burnt a little, Hecate. Who are you? Hera? Hera? The highest ranking goddess in Greek mythology? Zeus's wife? The queen of the gods? Oh crap, 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 crap! Can't be. A god-class being that only appears in myths is appearing in front of a human? You may be inept, spoiled daughter, but that doesn't mean you had any duty to give yourself to that. It's with the greatest reluctance that I'll be cleaning up your mess. Good grief, I even told you not to peek into the abyss that much. Even we gods despise that power. Hecate? She's fine. She just needs to rest a while. It'll be a problem if she starts throwing a tantrum or causing any more damage. So you're the one who Hecate's been crazy about recently. Your name was Kazuya? Your name was the first thing out of her mouth when she came back from the human realm the other day. She must have been really interested in you. It looks like she got a little too obsessed over you and got involved with people who she shouldn't have gotten tangled up with. I'm sorry to have bothered you with this. No, it's nothing. What will happen to Hecate after this? There's that version of her who has taken over. The materialized form of the fallen Hecate has been completely and utterly erased. So now she is in a safe state with no connection to that. However, I think she'll be staying with me until things cool down. I also want to ask her a few questions. She erased her without hesitation, even though she was already fallen. I was still her own daughter. Like mother, like daughter. Well then, I can't stay chatting for long. So, you'll have to excuse me. We probably won't meet again. Alright. Though it's shameless of me to ask this, despite having left her, please give Sphinx lots of love for me. She can be naughty, but she's a very good girl. Now then, farewell. Kazuya! This is Mormo's dressing room. Am I back? The barrier disappeared because Hecate vanished. I guess it's all over for now. Don't give me that! You got whisked away and disappeared without trace. And then he suddenly reappeared just when we were starting to looking for him? And for what it's worth, though I don't give a crap about her, I can't sense Hecate anywhere. What on earth happened inside that barrier? Someone help me understand here. Woo! I just got dragged here by my skirt by Bargist without any explanation. What's going on? So in the end, Hecate was the cause of her own defeat. Serves her right. What was the strange thing helping her? Maybe she thought she could control it. She's the embodiment of arrogance. But man, I didn't think Hera would appear. I thought this might have been the start of some war between mythic godly beings. Hecate, as you know, is both a mysterious, unknowable being, as well as a legendary goddess from Greek mythology. It's never a dull moment with her constantly nipping at your heels. Hera's been hurt in a similar case before, so she wanted to prevent any harm to her family in advance, even if it meant revealing herself to others. Whether Hecate actually learns anything from this experience is another story. But for now, at least, she won't be meddling with us for a while. Or at least not until the aftermath of this subsides. Aftermath? No, she had been corrupted. The Hecate of another world was erased in an instant. If they don't handle it carefully, it could have countless effects on everything. For right now, until the singularity settles and the chronological order of things establish themselves, she's likely to retire with Hera to the inner worlds of the demon world to rest. As expected, Hecate-sama knows the risk of a time paradox. I'm relieved that Kazuya is safe too. I'm tired of this! That goddamn boss! She's a pain in the ass at the best of times, and now she's gonna use some other pain in the ass thing to confuse everything even more. Come on, let's just go home, Kazuya, before you get caught in more trouble. Yeah, let's go home before my skirt gets any more messed up with Bargus's drool. Huh? Oh, right. About that mode you had to use? I've gone ahead and made it so you won't be able to use it again. You saw what Hecate was doing. The power of this device. It is incredibly dangerous. If it's not used correctly, the entire world could be thrown into chaos. And not just the program on this device, but also the applications loaded on other devices. Restrictions are there for a reason. So, sorry, but that's the way it is.